What is going on, guys? In today's video, we are going to have to do some explaining, and we're going to try to keep things more efficient and faster because your boy is trying to learn editing, and I didn't even get to finish the editing of the video that I was trying to make for the Asian session and the New York session this morning before the trading session tonight. So either I can start skipping the Asian session so I have some time to edit, or I can become a better editor trader. One of the two. We're going to work on taking less trades and or making it to where I don't have as many inputs unless I'm scalping. But right now, what we are looking at is a NAS sell and a gold sell. The gold sell I saw come into the 61.8. Now, obviously, this could be very bullish and be a buy, but we have been getting pooped on for weeks now in gold with it selling down. So if it wants to turn around, sure, but I guess I'm starting to turn into a little bit of a doomer. Might have been a forced buy, thought it was going to break through, but let's go ahead and look at these trades. Yeah, so gold is probably going to hit stop loss. Not fun, but we probably are going to start off with this loss unless it rejects here. And we are looking for it to come down to the 78.6 just to, we could take one here, we could take both here, we could close early, and that's in the event that we don't hit stop loss here very shortly. Next, we have the NAS sell, which I thought that it was going to reject off of all of this and sell down to one of the fib levels from the impulse move that it had this morning. We had an extremely strong buy. Maybe it comes down to the 61.8, maybe just the 38.2, maybe the 0.5, or maybe it hits stop loss as well. I don't know. We did enter a little bit early, kind of on market open. This was kind of undisciplined of me, so if I pay for these, I understand. The same thing. Last night was a little bit rough. I don't know what's gotten into me, but maybe the light's too bright because we got so close to the finish line and we're just making some errors. So let's go ahead and review the trades from last night. So I was watching, this was open and NAS bought up very strongly and I didn't get in the buy. I thought about getting in the sell once it broke and looking for sells into one of these areas, but I didn't get in the sells either. So I started trying to get into some buys. We got chopped around here, break even, break even, break even, and then had a beautiful buy right here. That one should have went all the way, but regardless, we were looking for it to come wherever we could get it to. Really, we wanted to see it take the high out, but we did end up getting this trade right here, where if we go down to the 1 minute, you can see we kind of bottom ticked this and we got in right after this bullish candle closed. We called a nice like 1 to 5, made some pretty decent money. Then we took like a gold sell right after, kind of lost like $100 on that. It was stupid. It was unnecessary. This trade would have ran and hit full TP if I would have held and not get stopped out. But because of all the break evens that happened early in the night, I trailed it very tightly. And when it finally did tap me out after this high right here, I was just done. Then this morning, we took a NAS buy after, because we actually did sleep in and miss most of the move this morning, which that was the start of the bad day. I didn't feel the best today. Still came in the market and tried to trade. And we waited for it to start to stall out. It was about 12 p.m. over here, 12:30. And we saw this impulse move after this retracement. And then we drew the fib. We saw it sitting in this 38.2.5 area. We saw it breaking back above. And this was a resistance I had drawn right here. And it kind of broke above that, was holding above it. So I entered a buy on the tap right here. And then shortly after, it pooped on us. We were looking for a 1 to 3.5-ish, and it stopped us out. Maybe if we had a wider stop, waited, we could have got a better entry. But, right before close, it did come down and then would have hit our TP. So once again, maybe right trade, wrong time. This one really wasn't that bad of a setup. I just didn't win, and that just happens sometimes. It is frustrating, but I did end up losing some money. So yeah, so now currently what we're looking at is the NAS sell. We see NAS is extremely overbought. Now it could pump forever. NAS does this sometimes before it sells, but I do believe it's gonna break down and we'll have a little bit of a retracement, probably at least to the 38.2. Come test some of these old highs. So that's kind of what we're looking for. Try not to stress out, trying to be fast about these things too. the gold sell is probably going to hit stop loss unless it does fail to break these wicks over here. But if you can see what I was seeing on the 15, it really did look like it wants to break down here, but it did hold. It could honestly still just come up here, tap us out, and then sell. So like if we wanted to look for a better entry or even a safer stop, our stop is around the $150, but right around the 61.8 just to be a little bit safer. I do have two. I could have probably cut one, but maybe I should have just left one. We're going to put it above the 61.8 because it probably could just tap in there. That's what we're doing. It's been a little bit frustrating. So yeah, this is just going to be the first clip. And then once these move a little bit more or stop me out, uh, we'll make another adjustment, but I'm not scalping at the moment. So there's not too many different things that I'm thinking about. This is kind of just what I'm watching, and we'll see if the setup plays out in my favor or not. And yeah, so sorry. I'm trying to be as transparent as possible. But I got a little ahead of myself. The scalping video, I was trying to edit that. I was busy over the weekend working, and I had a stomach bug for 2 days. So I was just, it's just been, life happens. But if I knew how to edit a little bit faster, I would have had the video out faster as well. But now I promise we will be caught up. We will try to record everything that I am doing. So currently we're in two trades. They're both currently losing, but that's okay. Okay, guys, a quick update for y'all. Nas did hit stop loss, and we're looking at it respecting this fib here. So we do think it may want to continue upwards. It did bounce straight off the 38.2. So we might be taking this buy above support here with that respect as well. And then gold, I actually moved my stop down $50 in profit, and it did come up and wick that. So right now we're kind of trying to see if we will re-enter gold, or because it did stop us out and we have these long wicks, we just want to see if it's going to hold inside this level or break. So I'm not really in a rush to re-enter gold at the moment. But as far as NAS goes, I do think we are probably going to be taking a buy here. So let's see. It also is a new 15-minute candle, so let's see how that looks. I mean, that looks pretty bullish. Closed above. 5-minute looks good as well. Respected the fib. So I think we're going to enter this.
Order filled.
We'll put it below this wick here. I think we can add a second one. Beautiful. We're going to look for a full extension here for now, but we will be looking to take profit based off of these highs as well. So it actually kind of lines up. The full extension is right by these highs, so it's probably coming to sweep these highs. And if it's going to keep going up, then we're going way past that. So all right, guys, well, that didn't last too long. It did immediately come and wick our stop, but we did get another entry. We're just going to keep this one below the 61.8. We got 3 micros in this time, and now to the high, the $924 take profit. So just gonna rinse and repeat, trusting the strategy. Very shitty, can't lie, to take that loss immediately off the wick, but I did kind of buy high. So I mean, could always be a little bit more patient. Patience. That is something I am trying to learn every day, have more of. It is a fruit of the spirit. So we're gonna hold on. Hopefully it doesn't break this low. It does look like it is in a bullish uptrend. So if we can get it to bounce from here, we do have a pretty good entry secured. So we'll see how this goes. Okay, mandatory 1-day break from trading and no Asian session. This is ridiculous. I don't know if I'm just reading it wrong, if I just took the losses, but this one fucking pissed me off, guys. I'm not gonna lie. So we're gonna just take a little tradecation. This has been very frustrating. Now $2,000 away from passing. It's just been rough. Maybe it is what it is. Damn, I'm gonna handle some things in real life. I've been trying to do this slow and patiently. Maybe I could have turned the wrist down. I mean, there's just things I'm gonna have to go back and review the tape and see. But wow, I mean, that our initial We do think it probably was gonna sell down, but of course it went and took the high first. I don't know. I think I'm being too antsy. I'm being way too antsy to trade. It's costing me money. It's costing me money and time. So yeah, fuck this shit. I'm out. We're gonna take a break, guys.